Hi guys, welcome to Marnie's TV Zealots. My name is Denise and my partner in crime is Mary. Mary, say hi.
Hi, we're watching The Gifted tonight. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel while we're going through all these shows this fall. This episode, last week was so much action. This one, so much happened. And I am so glad Polaris is out, Lorna, because she's my new favorite. She's the best. I love her. I need her in my life. What do you think of this episode, Denise?
I like this episode.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good. And I agree. I really like that Lorna was out because I felt like she made Eclipse's scene even better.
Oh, yes.
So
I'm ticked that he didn't tell her about the drug lady. Maybe that's for another day though. They're on the run from the police. You know.
Oh, you mean the lady who basically like raped him?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like he should have said something about her.
No, that's not first you just out, fresh out conversation.
Okay, yeah. So you would know better than me.
Yeah.
So should we go straight through it?
Yeah, go ahead. Start us off.
So it starts off kind of picking up where we left off last week with the Sentinel people tracking the SUV that they stole from them, the police car. They're saying, okay, well, they're heading, through Atlanta, so we're just going to track them. And they're like, oh, please, they're going to get rid of the car. So, of course, they dump the car, get into new cars, and Eclipse and Polaris are going to go one way, and everyone else is going to go back to the mutant headquarters. And that works. They're chasing Polaris and Lorna. And so back at the mutant headquarters, it is packed full of people. And I forgot about this, but last week, oh my gosh, I can't remember the agent's name who lost his daughter.
Anyway. Jace
Agent Turner. He had said that they're just going to smoke out all the safe houses that they know of. So all the mutants that were trying to kind of come through like the Underground Railroad. They all got smoked out, and so they're all coming to the main headquarters. So that's already a safety risk. So there is the guy from last week, the black guy who can be invisible or kind of phase and make it look invisible. And he got shot, and we thought that he was going to die. Like, of course, kill the black guy off. He's in need of some surgery, so the Strucker family has decided to take care of them, while Dad Strucker is going to go back in town and get the police off of tracking where the mutant headquarters is. So him and the white guy that can be invisible, they're both going out. And of course, he hates him because Strucker sold out his family a couple episodes ago. So he's super ticked at this guy. So back to Polaris and Lorna. Oh, they're so sweet, talking about their baby. And you put the light and the magnetism together, you get the Aurora Borealis lights.
Yes, I love it. I ship it all the way.
Oh, yeah. You have to, because
it's so beautiful. And she's like, yeah, we're going to name the baby Aurora. What else would you name it?
Exactly. Exactly. So they catch up to the cops. And she throws everyone into the van because everyone's wearing metal. So she could just throw their bodies around. And they take Agent Turner to a warehouse. And they're going to interrogate him. So Blink brings Sage, the redhead who can manipulate your mind. They bring her to get the information out of the agent. And man, Blink figures it out that she had fake memories of Johnny this whole time. And I'm like, finally, she figured it out. She's not really in love with him.
Well, I think she knew before, but she, you know, she knows now. Like she knows for sure because she's watching her do this and she's like, I remember, you know, and I feel her like she's like, I could take those memories away. And I'm like, no, get away from me, you crazy lady.
Right.
Why would I want you to do anything to me? I'm good. I'm just going to continue suffering with these memories. And now that I know they're not real, I don't have to, like, you know, have these feelings that are attached to them.
That's true.
But you can't even give me 50 feet. I'm gonna need it. All of it.
I don't know. I'd let her erase it again. But then at the end, we see what could happen if she doesn't get to finish what she really meant to do. She really messed up Agent Turner. Then we'll come back to that. While all this is happening, back in the city, Strucker, the dad, he's running from the police. Johnny's trying to help track him, and the invisible white mutant takes forever to get him back in, just because he's angry at him. I kind of understand that, but that was a really cheap plot point just to pass the time. So I didn't appreciate that part. But then
I expected it. Like it was.
I didn't expect him to wait for him at all.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, he might not show up, but then he did. I was like, okay.
Yeah. But then it turns out that the Strucker mom has to do surgery on the black guy. I was like, okay, so you saved his life last week just to get him to die this week. But the girl puts one of her bubbles into the guy's stomach and they sew him up and he lives. And I'm like, oh, they didn't kill him. How cool.
Well, I'm kind of glad they didn't kill him.
True. And so,
but meanwhile, they also found out back at the when Dreamer was using her smoke on Jace, they find out where they were holding Pulse. Yeah. They find out the building and all the information. Well, they don't find out everything, but they, you know, they have enough to go on to find out where these other mutants are being held and to see if maybe they can rescue them.
Yeah, the building that they recognized was down in Baton Rouge, and the symbol was the tattoo that was on Pulse's arm. So I think it's like a brand, or maybe there's a chip inside that is some kind of mind control. And Strucker even said, like, that's the place where the mutants would go that he would prosecute. So I think that's where they're holding them. That's where they're brainwashing them and torturing them to get them to work for them, which is pretty scary. I feel like the finale of this is going to be them storming that building and, you know, what happens after that. So it's kind of scary. Do you want to talk about what happened at the end of the episode?
Oh my God, I was so affected.
Yeah, that was rough.
Jace, well, we find out that when Dreamer doesn't finish her placing a memory or taking a memory, then his thoughts or the person's thoughts get jumbled up, and anything could happen. Like he could lose things, whatever. But he loses the memory of his daughter dying.
Yeah.
Can I just stop and say the daughter was so cute? Like, I loved her hair.
That was really cute. It was adorable.
But he loses the memory of his daughter dying. So when he comes back home, his wife is all, you know, distraught because she was calling him and, you know, trying to get in touch with him. And so he comes up, he's like, I'm fine, baby. And they have this cute little moment where he's like, what is all this worry, you know?
Right.
And we don't know what he's going to say. And then all of a sudden he's like, where's our daughter? Let me go in and say hi. Is she already asleep? And the wife lost it. Like, she was like, what did they do to you? She was shaking and crying, and I was like, oh Jesus, I'm gonna have to start crying now.
I mean, like, a Black woman starts, and I can't hold it in. That was rough.
Yeah, no, but when he broke, I was like,
yeah.
I felt
Are they trying to
like that? Their acting was on point. Like, he was like, no, you're lying. This did not happen. And when she was like, no, this is what it is, and his face just contorted, and it was just, I was like, oh God, he's taking me there.
Yeah, that was.
But it was really heartbreaking. So I'm hoping that this doesn't send him back down the path that he was on before, because he really had a vendetta against the mutants simply because they were the cause of his daughter dying. And when Polaris was talking to him about it, she's like, well, no, Eclipse was the one who said it. He was like, oh, good people died on both sides. And he was like, but I don't care about any of that. I lost my daughter. Like, I don't care who else died.
I wonder they're trying to give him a little bit more humanity so we can identify with him a little bit more.
Yeah, I totally think so.
I feel like it's too late. Like, we already hate him. Like,
I don't feel like it's too late.
Yeah.
I don't. I really feel bad. I mean, he still sucks as a person because he, but I really did sympathize with him and his wife mainly, I feel bad for both of them losing their child. Yeah. Like, who doesn't love their child? Well, maybe some people, but regular, normal, healthy-minded people.
Amen.
So, I don't know. What are we going to see next week?
I don't know.
Showdown. I liked it. All the action. I was all for it. I love when Polaris, was working her medals, like she was snatching guns. She's like, yes, now who's going to listen to who?
Come on now. She's my hero. Like, I'm ready for her to just take over. Like, I'm ready. So I'm really glad that the movement of the show has gotten a little bit faster. I remember we were talking about, I don't know if we want to keep watching, but now I'm like looking forward to what's going to happen next. So I'm really glad for that.
Okay. Well, guys, that's our recap. If we left anything out, let us know in a comment below. And that is it for tonight. Thanks for watching and have a great night.